This is my review and unboxing for the January 2015 Ivy Kids box. This is a craft and activity box. It's $38.95, and if you use the linking code below, you can save 20% off your first box. I did receive this box for review purposes, and so let's dig in. Alright, so this month's theme is winter, and it is based, every box is based on a book. So this month's book is The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats, and this is a great book. It's an award-winning book. I forgot all the awards it has won, but it's a great book. And there's all kinds of different activities geared around that book, and every box contains a personalized item for your child. Right, so this says you can share the code IVY20 to get 20% off your first box, and that's what I will link down below. Alright, so here's the book. Snowy Day. And it won the Caldecott medal, gold medal. This is a bookmark, and this just tells you different kinds of questions that you can ask your child to kind of facilitate learning while you're reading. And then there are some little note cards that says seasonings, greetings for Lucas, and you can just give these to your child and they can write little notes to people. I think it's very cute. Alright, so I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible because there are so many activities. If you saw on the cover, this box is for ages 3 to 8, and then each activity has an instruction sheet that tells you on how to use it with 3 to 5 year olds, that's the little Ivies, or the junior Ivies, which are 5 to 8 years old. Whoa. Okay. First activity is called snow sculpture. You'll need the Model Magic, the pipe cleaners, and the watercolors. You can pretend the Model Magic clay is snow and use it to create a snow sculpture. Once the Model Magic clay is air dried, they can use the watercolors to paint their creation. And you can use the pipe cleaner to hang their finished creation. Cool. And then you can see kind of at the bottom what they do for the different ages, like the little Ivies can explore and play with the clay, and the junior Ivies can do a more concentrated, planned activity as far as making a certain object. And then there's always questions to scaffold learning. This is on every single activity, which is kind of a cool addition. It also tells you what kind of learning goals that your child will get by doing that. Alright. That's the first one. Then there is a Snowflake Collage. Alright, there are 2 different snowflakes. And there is glitter little pom-poms in here. Oh, and there's also a little bitty, you can see them, little bitty jewels in here too that have adhesive backing, so all you have to do is peel and stick. So what your child does is just use all these little craft items and glue them all down on the snowflake. Alright, this is Snowflake Facts. These are different facts about snowflakes. Make your own play snow. And here is the snow. And you just need water. And measuring cups, which they include. Like, they included a whole set of measuring cups, which is really cool because if your kid likes playing in the kitchen, you can just give them these. Even after you're done with this box, and they can play with like a rice box or sand or any kind. If you have like the kinetic sand, that's really cool because it doesn't tend to get as everywhere like sand, regular sand does. So that was pretty fun. This one is called the Snowball Fight. And you'll need the dice that are in here. And the snowballs. It says, each player gets 1 die and 10 snowballs. Each player selects a side of the board to place his or her snowballs. Players take turns rolling their die and throwing that number of snowballs at the other player. For example, if you roll a 6, take 6 snowballs, place them on the other player's side of the board. Players continue rolling their die and throwing snowballs until each player has thrown all of his or his snowballs to the other side. So you're throwing like to the other side of the board, not necessarily, you know, at the person. But they're soft little balls, so even if the kids do throw them at each other, they're not going to hurt each other. This is a winter frame, and you can kind of see everything in here. There's lots of foam pieces, and your child assembles all these pieces to make a little winter frame. And then the back has a little magnet. It's very cute. Okay, so inside this bag is some chalk and some little characters. There's some blue construction paper here. Okay, looks like there's a few different activities in this bag. The first activity is Peter Snowy's Day. So you take the book with the blue paper, the chalk, and the Peter stickers, and then they draw a picture of their favorite part of Peter's Snowy Day. And then you can add Peter to the picture with the little characters. The next part, Peter Snowy Day. My favorite part of the Peter Snowy Day was when. And then the little Ivies can, you know, narrate the story to you and you can write it down. Or if they're able to write, they can write their own story. Then Friends Snowy Adventure. You need the book, the Friends Snowy Adventure paper, and watercolors. That is the Snowy Adventure paper, and then again, the watercolors. After reading the book, ask your child to predict what Peter and his friend will do together when they go out into the deep, deep snow. You or your child can write the idea in the space provided on the paper. Then your child can use the watercolors to paint the friend's Snowy Day adventure. Whew. And we're still not done. As I said, this box is packed. Alright, so there's a spinner right there. And there are some cards missing the first letter. And you need the buttons that are in this bag. So each player gets a board. The buttons are placed in the middle of the 2 players. The board displays pictures of the winter objects and items mentioned in the Snowy Day story. The word for each object is written underneath the picture with the first letter of the word missing. On each turn, he or she spins the letter spinner. The player identifies the letter that spinner lands on and places a button on the picture or of the board that begins with that letter sound. So if the spinner lands on a letter S, the player places a button on the picture of a snowman. So, sounds like a great activity for my son. And I think we have 2 more. Okay, then here are some secret cards. And after you read the book, you place the cards in order of how they happened in the story. And then your child can use the same cards to retell the story in their own way. Alright, the last one is Snowman Roll. And there's also gingerbread roll. So this is Snowman Roll. This is a gingerbread roll. And You roll the dice, and then you put a button on that number. So if you roll a 4, you place it on the number 4, and so on. And the Snowman Roll is the same concept, only with snowman. And that is everything in the box. So as you can see, this box was packed with stuff. I'm gonna try to like pour it all in here. This box is packed with stuff. I have to like zoom out here. There we go. So if you have a child in the 3 to 8 year range, this is a great box, especially this winter when you're kind of pinned up inside. It is cold and your kids might be bored or want to do something. You can give them an activity in this box, and with a little supervision, or you know, if they're older, they can do it independently. They can have something to do, and this box will last you the month. I try to do as many as I can with my son when we get the box, just for review purposes, but this box can last you easily through the month. And you won't have to worry about completing everything in one day. So I think this is a great value for what you get. Each month you get a personalized item and a book. So I love how they tie in the activities with the book each month. It's just really awesome. If you want to sign up below, use that coupon code. You can check out the full written review down below. And this video might come up before I have the written review done. But stay tuned and I'll be posting that. Also down below is my free and almost free subscription boxes and my full coupon list. So be sure to check those out as well. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.